Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
The hate continues for Caitlin Clark. Ever since her superstar emergence, everyone from players to legends, from team GMs, have had something to say. But the question is why? And is this hate finally starting to go away? I'm Jerry, and this is the Clutch Original on why Caitlin Clark is one of the most hated players in the world today. And if this storyline is starting to change. Since being taken first overall in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever, Clark has changed the WNBA landscape. And this is where the hate starts. Because other players deserve their flowers too. One of them being Angel Reese. Their rivalry goes all the way back to college in their 2023 national championship matchup, when the two were swapping gestures at one another. And while Reese has stayed in the news for continual beef with Clark, the two of them seem to be on good terms. Even Reese said during her podcast that there's no hate for Clark, even saying they'll play on the same team one day, which they did during the 2024 WNBA All-Star Weekend. But it isn't just one player that has been seen giving their hate to Caitlin Clark. During Clark's rookie season, she took some hits, even needing to add muscle for her sophomore campaign. You know we got tons of examples for you. On June 1st, 2024, Kennedy Carter shoved Caitlin Clark, and that foul would later be upgraded to a flagrant 1. Whether this was out of hate or frustration, we were not inside the mind of Carter. But Clark said there was no apology needed. And following this incident, no team was willing to sign Carter, as she now plays in the Women's Chinese Basketball Association. But it doesn't end here. Seattle's Victoria Vivians also had a back and forth with Clark. That even led to a punch from Vivians. And Clark has had tons of heated exchanges with tons of other WNBA players. But one of the most notable signs of hate came from a WNBA legend. Cheryl Swoops is the 3-time WNBA MVP who retired in 2011. She first downplayed Clark's performances early in the 2024 WNBA season, and then continued into 2025 March Madness. Why? This was after Fox Sports ranked their top 10 women's college basketball players of all time, with Clark at number 2 and Swoops nowhere to be found. While Swoops had no initial comment, the women's basketball community seemingly sided with Swoops in her lack of ranking in comparison to Clark's. But wait, there's more. In December 2024, Clark was named Times Athlete of the Year and slowly started to receive backlash from the rest of the country. Even Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson stated that the entire WNBA should have been recognized rather than just Clark. It went so far that Clark even publicly apologized, recognizing her privilege that led to even more discussion across the country. But something's happening. As time progresses, we may be seeing a shift in how Clark is perceived by the league and the players in it. It showed in the 2025 offseason, as the Indiana Fever turned around their franchise, clinching their first playoff appearance in 8 years. Just 2 seasons removed from being 5-31, more players have wanted to become involved. They signed veteran Natasha Howard as well as DeWanna Bonner, another player Clark was clashing with just 1 season ago. And they were able to add a strong piece from the Las Vegas Aces, Sydney Colson. And you can't forget re-signing Kelsey Mitchell and trading for Sophie Cunningham. These teammates have had her back since joining the Fever, with Cunningham already calling Clark the face of the WNBA after just 1 season. And even Cheryl Swoops complimented Clark in the 2025 offseason, noting how much stronger she got in the offseason. And there's a good reason for this praise. In 2025, the Indiana Fever will be the most televised basketball team in the country, more than the Lakers, Celtics, or any other team, with 41 nationally televised games and moving 6 of them to bigger arenas just to fit in more fans. So why do the women's basketball world hate Caitlin Clark in the midst of her rise to superstardom? One could say jealousy and views of privilege, hoping for an appreciation of the league as a whole. But women's basketball as a whole has grown in other ways. This was seen in the rise of the Unrivaled League, a league that Caitlin Clark didn't participate in. And players are starting to realize the effect that Clark has had on everyone involved. Her 2024 rookie year brought the most media exposure the WNBA has ever seen. The list goes on and on. The Indiana Fever surpassed their 2023 home attendance record within just 5 games. The WNBA had their best opening month in 26 years. They tripled national TV news, and had an 800% increase in merch sales. It's hard to argue those numbers. No matter how you look at it, Caitlin Clark put women's basketball in a completely different position than before she entered the league. And while others wanted their flowers, which is also warranted, it seems everyone is starting to realize and embrace how influential of a player Clark is for the basketball world. What do you think of the hate Caitlin Clark has received in her career?